I've been using Chase Private Client for a little over 6 months now, and I've got to say, it's been a mixed bag for me. For anyone managing their finances, whether personal or business related, like a Shopify store, having access to a premium banking service can sound appealing, but it's important to weigh the perks against the practical realities. The first thing that drew me in was the idea of having a more personalized banking experience, and the promise of dedicated advisors sounded perfect. The branch at Tennessee Dearborn in Chicago is well located in the Loop, and it's easy to access during weekdays since they are open from 7 in the morning to 6 in the evening. For someone who might need to stop by during a lunch break or after handling other errands, that extended weekday schedule is convenient. The staff is generally professional, and the private client service does give you a slightly elevated experience compared to regular Chase accounts. When it comes to personal banking, the account does offer some perks that are noticeable. I don't pay many of the usual fees you'd find on standard accounts, and having access to dedicated advisors makes certain processes, like loans or investments, smoother. For example, if you're considering a small business loan for inventory or expansion, having a direct advisor can save time and clarify options. They also offer better rates on CDs and some other financial products if you qualify, and that has been a nice bonus. Even small differences in interest rates can add up if you're managing multiple accounts or saving for long-term goals. The app and online banking experience are standard Chase quality, clean, functional, but nothing groundbreaking. I do like that I can easily schedule appointments with my advisor and get guidance on accounts or investment options without waiting on hold for ages. For Shopify store owners, this can be particularly valuable when you need quick advice about managing cash flow or planning for taxes without sitting on the phone for long periods. That said, I did encounter some frustrations. Even as a private client, the support isn't as fast or intuitive as I expected. A couple of times, I had to explain issues more than once before they got resolved. And I noticed that the branch can get busy during the early evening hours, making it harder to get immediate attention. Some reviews online mention similar issues, and I can see why. This is something to keep in mind if you're relying on in-person support for time-sensitive banking tasks. Also, while it's a premium service, the difference from a regular Chase checking account sometimes feels minimal unless you actively use the advisory and investment features. If you're mostly doing everyday banking, like deposits, bill pay, or debit card use, the perks might not feel transformative. I have to say though, the sense of exclusivity and some of the perks, like fee waivers on certain services and access to more personalized financial advice, do make it worth it for someone who values that. For example, avoiding fees on wire transfers or getting guidance on investment diversification can be meaningful for personal wealth growth or business capital management. For my own use, I appreciate being able to speak directly with an advisor about saving strategies and long-term investments, which makes a tangible difference compared to basic banking. Even small tweaks to savings plans or investment portfolios can compound over time, which is why having a dedicated advisor can be especially valuable for anyone looking to grow wealth steadily. Overall, my experience with Chase Private Client has been decent. It is convenient and professional, but not without its hiccups. If you're someone who wants personal guidance, occasional fee perks, and slightly better rates, it's worth it. But if you're just looking for everyday banking without the frills, the difference may not justify the higher minimum balance and expectations. It's a solid service. Just know what you're signing up for before committing.